Welcome back everyone. Today we're going to demonstrate the process of installing and configuring a VPN on a network. A VPN is an encrypted connection over the internet from device to network. Encryption ensures that the data is safely transmitted and also ensures that only authorized persons have access to the traffic when work is conducted remotely. Today, VPNs are widely used for both home and business use. On your server manager, you'll want to click Add Rules and Features. A window will pop up. Role-based or feature-based installation will already be clicked, so you press Next. Our server is already selected, so you press Next again. And now, on Server Rules, you want to click on Remote Access. When the selection is complete, you press Next again. You want to add in any extra features, so you press Next, and now the remote access window will pop up. So here it says that remote access integrates direct access, VPN, and web application proxy in a single management console. Today we're only going to be deploying a VPN. So press Next again. Under Role Services, you have three options: direct access and VPN, routing, and the web application proxy. We only want to click on direct access and VPN. After that is clicked, another window will pop up. You want to click on Add Features. Then you press Next again. You press Next again, and on Confirm Installation selection, you want to check the box Restart the destination server automatically if required. A wizard will pop up. Do you want to allow automatic restarts? You press Yes, and then you press Install. Now this is going to take a little while. So now that the VPN is installed, you want to configure it. On that same page, you press Open the Getting Started wizard. Configure Remote Access window will pop up, and you want to click on Deploy VPN only. As you can see here on Routing and Remote Access, you're seeing the server status. Please take note of the red light. That light will change to green when the VPN is configured. On your server, you want to right click and then configure and enable routing and remote access. A setup wizard will come up. You press Next, and you want to do a custom configuration and press Next. VPN access is the only service you want to enable, so you press Next again, and then you press Finish. Another window will pop up. You press Start Service. So now we're going to wait for the initialization to complete. As you could see, after that was completed, the light changed to green. Here you're now seeing a set of new options. We have network interfaces, ports, remote access clients, remote access logging, and there are the IPv4 and IPv6 options. Under the remote access clients, currently we have no clients, so we're going to change that in a bit. Right click on Remote Access Logging and press Launch NPS. NPS simply allows you to create or enforce network access policies to manage network access. Network Policy Server will pop up, and you want to click on the folder that says Network Policies. As you can see here, again, it says that Network Policies allows you to designate is authorized to connect to the network and the circumstances under which they can or cannot connect. So we have two policies here. The first one is connections to Microsoft Routing and Remote Access Server, and the other one is connections to the access servers. You want to double click on each of them and allow access or grant access. You want to apply this and then press OK. Now that access is finally granted, you will see the X's turn into green ticks. On your server, you're going to right click again and you're going to click on Properties. Under Properties, you're going to go on your IPv4 and ensure the server assigns IPv4 addresses using DHCP. We already have a DHCP server enabled. However, you could also select from a static address pool. This would give you the option to enter a starting IP address and an ending IP address. The number of addresses will automatically be calculated. If you want to choose this option, you enter your addresses and then you click apply at the ending. However, we don't want to click this option, so we press cancel. Press apply and then you click on OK. Now that is set up, you want to allow user access.
And explaining that will be me. Now we've installed our VPN feature, we've configured it, we've set up the DHCP access in that server, and we've also set up some access rules. So now we want to go and actually have users that can take advantage of this service. So we're going to go into Tools, Active Directory Users and Computers, and we're going to do something here. We're going to make a new organizational unit, and then we're going to use that unit in order to make our necessary connections to it. So we're going to go on New Organizational Unit. We're going to say this is VPN. And here in this unit, we're going to add new user. We're just going to configure it, so let's just call this user VPN. VPN. Set up a basic password. And there we have that. We're just going to finish. Now we have user VPN in the VPN organizational unit. And in order to allow this user to be able to do that, we're going to go on dial in. And it says network access permission in this top panel here. And we're going to click allow access. And that's what's going to allow this person to use our VPN feature. Now the user is allowed access in the network access section. However, that access is actually quite limited because of the firewall on this server, and it will block certain ports for that client. So we're going to have to actually configure the firewall for the client. And we're going to do this using PowerShell commands. So here I'm opening PowerShell. And I'm just going to type some commands here. We're going to add a second one. This will open certain other ports and force them to use them over others. That's the second one, and now we got one last one. This is the SSTP 443 TCP protocol. Okay, and there goes the last one on the list. So we're going to go and close PowerShell. And then we're going to open our firewall, and we'll see that our rules that we just did, if you actually paid attention, you'll notice that their display names here, as you can see, we just made those rules. Now we're going to move on to firewall's been set up. Now I want to swing back to the NPS network policy server because there are some little changes we want to make. We already have those couple of policies. We may want to add some layers to this policy. So here we go into conditions. We click add, and there are a few policies that we can add. We may want to add allow EAP types. This is about authentication, and we want to say we'll allow all of these. Microsoft Secured Password EAP. And then in constraints, there are some other ones that we want to say. So idle timeout. And this is the amount of minutes that you will need to be idle for the connection to the VPN to be over. So let's say 30 minutes. That's a reasonable amount of time for idling. And session timeout, let's say it disconnects after 1 hour. We're clicking apply after all of these, and then we're going to click OK. And now we've sort of given this policy some more layers to it. Finally, we can actually finish this off and actually connect it to a client. So this is the client machine that we're going to be using, and I'm going to go into the search bar and go to the control panel and go onto the network and sharing center specifically. This is where we're actually going to connect it. We've been here a lot. So we're going to go on set up a connection. We're going to go down to connect to a workplace. You're going to use my internet connection on the VPN, and then I'll set up an internet connection later. Here we're going to put in the address of our server, which is 192.168.100.20, and we can call it whatever we want. In this case, it's called VPN connection. It doesn't really matter, but that's what we're going to use. And so we're going to click create or connect. And now we're just going to go in settings, and this is where we're going to finish everything off. So we're going to go on network and internet. We're going to go down to the VPN settings, and here you can see the VPN connection. We're going to click on connect. Now it'll take us to this domain page. Due to a very unfortunately timed error in my recording, I'm going to have to show you this last thing in a screenshot. Basically, you are going to enter in your credentials on this screen. Your username being your domain slash, and then your actual username, in this case user VPN, which is the user we created, and then your password, which I've already set up. After that, you are finally connected to your VPN, and your VPN access should be enabled. And with that, you're all finished. Thanks for watching.